Loudspeaker Studios.
This show features scenes that may not be appropriate for all audiences. A full list of content warnings is available in the show notes. Remember that nothing is what it seems when you're tuned into the weird. Some people like to think that the past is a long-dead thing, mostly forgotten as it lies silent and invisible under layers and layers of time. But these people should know better, that the past doesn't always stay buried. Seriously? That's a little on the nose, isn't it? It claws its way out of the detritus of years and secrets and lies and into the light, alive again without warning, because the truth is that the past is rarely ever really... Well, we're really hitting every cliche here, huh? And that for those with things in their past they'd rather stay hidden, sometimes dead, is better. Okay, now that's literally just the tagline to Pet Sematary. Who's writing this?
This NPR vibe we're working for. This isn't the weird.
It's wigging me out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to get a little bit like more high energy.
Okay.
I think we all. I think
chug
I started
this
it off.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah. You set the tone, and you were just like way too chill.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the weird.
Welcome to KWBS, the weird.
Let's go in the complete opposite direction of our last take. I am the director, Charles Joseph.
Wars to save ghosts.
Ghosts are gay and they're in my home.
So, as I got rudely interrupted by Alex Jones. I was about to say Alex. I was going to say Alex Trebek, but that is wildly different human being.
Potent potables, homosexual ghosts. Now I'm going to need that in the form of a question.
What is a homosexual ghost?
What is a homosexual ghost? What
is the ghost of divine?
Okay, now we've got the correct energy levels.
Yep,
and once again, I'm saying my name, Charles Joseph Kelly. Megan, say your name.
Megan Danger.
Who you play?
Ash Delaney.
Scotty, go.
Ash Delaney. I play Scotty Moore. Fuck! Scotty Moore. I play Hab Lishop.
Cool. I thought you were actually going to say your name. That's why I paused. And we've got a special guest this episode. We've got the wonderful Shelby Taylor.
What's up?
On InfoWars this week. Shelby, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
My name is Shelby Taylor. I'm a musical comedian. I'm also an avid watcher of InfoWars. And
oh no!
Let me tell you,
Hold up. I knew about frenemies, and we have bonded over frenemies.
I've never watched InfoWars.
Okay, good. I was like, we may have to have a conversation about your interests there. So this is episode 4. Megan, are you good? Yeah,
I'm
good.
excellent.
This is episode 4. The last episode got kind of buck wild.
What do you mean?
Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing at all.
No, it was they were cultists.
And that's it.
Yep.
That's the only thing our characters did was go talk to some cultists. Megan didn't shoot a man in the face, and I didn't almost eat somebody. We just dealt with some cultists.
But so that did Ash did murk a pastor, but it was an evil cultist pastor who was going to murder our friend Jesse. Hal did almost bite a cultist lady's head off, which I feel was much less justified, but he was inhabited by he was possessed with the powers of an evil demon whose name was Greg, and also he was just dealing with a lot of personal issues that he wasn't like talking about. His girlfriend had left him. He was kind of traumatized by other demons, both literal and
the demons of the past.
both literal and metaphorical.
Maybe we need to talk about just what happened. Maybe just don't address my personal issues. It's okay.
And but at the end of it, Hal and Ash realized that maybe they need to be more open and honest and communicative with each other so that kind of shit doesn't happen again. And they grew closer together as friends. So really,
Yeah. Also, Jesse may have the spirit of an eldritch demon known as Greg possessing them now, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
we'll come back to that when we.
It's fine.
We'll deal with it. We gave him.
That
our
will
card.
never be explained ever again. We will never go back to that. That character no longer exists
don't
in the
say that
fiction
about
of the
No,
week.
That's
not
Ty.
until
Ty is amazing. Ty is wonderful, and I know spoilers.
Not until the weird end game, and he comes out of a portal behind us with an army of Greg cultists.
An army of awful vampires.
Terrible vampires.
Mr. Bishop, I don't feel so good. No.
Oh, grits.
Fuck.
I guess we should start the
Okay.
show.
So yes, we wrote a new character sheet, which is probably the coolest thing that we have done for the game as of yet. It is fucking dope, and I really want to go over that with you real quick, because this is different than any other of the other character sheets that we've built up to this point, and it's a good idea to kind of have that information. So give me a second to
I have it pulled up.
pull this up. Do you want to start it
Yeah,
up
sure.
real quick?
So it's called The Absent because boy did we struggle with a name for it. And what's interesting about this character sheet is you start out with no memories and terrible stats. And so you may be wondering, why would I want to play this character? Well, the idea is with whoever you're running your game with, you'll work with your director, your personal director, and set up like some memories. And every time you unlock a memory and learn a bit about yourself, and these also still have character development questions like all other character sheets, you get a stat. And you can put that bad boy into whatever modifier you want. So if you want to like hilariously OP yourself in one area, you can do that, and you will end up stronger than everyone else at your game table.
Right. So the biggest thing is we're already homebrewing our own content. So in the game itself, the Absent unlocks things with each episode. So it takes a while for this character to get more and more powerful, right? So it's kind of a long-term character. However, Shelby's character may or may not be around in the future, and we don't want to spend, the rest of the season unlocking memories, because that's that. So with this, we're speeding up the process of gaining memories. We're speeding up your character in general. And that's basically how it is. No more spoilers for the character. We'll experience it in the fiction because the rest of everything else in here is all spoilers. But if you check our Patreon, we do have a more deep dive into this character sheet on our Patreon right now.
And it's really cool.
Sure, Charles.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Go check that out because it's awesome.
Alrighty, so we are back in the office of the Department of Weird, inside the Department of Transportation building. How long has it been? Has it been, I would say, not too far away from the previous episode? There hasn't been too much time because
say like a month.
I don't think.
I was gonna say less.
maybe a
I was
month.
gonna say like a couple weeks tops.
Yeah, I think like a couple weeks max. I think that you may have gone on one mission in between then and now.
It was like a baby mission. It was like some training wheels shit.
Okay, it was a baby. It was actually Swole Baby. There was a really beefy baby that was really weird, and that you had to experience the beefy baby.
Yeah, we thought it was like possessed by a really strong demon, but it was actually just a really strong baby, which can happen. So, like, this was one of our few that wasn't actually supernatural.
But yeah, so other than that, there really hasn't been much in the way of activity. And normally Delaney would be bored out of their fucking skull, and I guess they probably are a little bit, but it's for the best.
And I think...
Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of small babies, they are babying the shit out of Hal.
And I think Hal is going on kind of like, not a self-reflective journey, but is kind of falling into like that 90s self-help trap. So they do have like a CD player that's playing motivational phrases to them while they're working on paper, and they're trying to be a better person. I think after realizing, oh, wait a minute, my mind is temptable enough to make me eat a whole ass human being, I need to be a better human. So that's where Hal is. Hal's trying to be a good person.
We love that for Hal.
We all love that for Hal. How is, because we did release a little bit of in the last episode, you went back to your apartment and Gerard Butzler, the corgi, was there. How's Gerard doing?
Gerard's doing good. He's getting a little hefty, so we're having to hold back on the food because he is becoming just a fat piece of shit.
Oh, like a chubby little hamster.
Oh, I love
Giant chubby hamster.
Yeah, I love that for Gerard Butzler.
Oh, tell him I loved his work in the fan video.
Oh shit! Now I'm just picturing a corgi with that half mask, and I love it.
Oh shit! There's merch.
That's
God!
his Halloween costume. You're welcome.
All right. So you two are in the office. How's the vibe?
I think Delaney walked into that day to a very bizarre sight, which was a singular zebra cake on their desk with a candle in it. It's not their birthday. It's just Bishop being like, this is something nice for my partner. Have this, but I'm not going to give you both zebra cakes. So you walk in, my face is covered in the other zebra cake, but you do have one because I'm trying to be nice.
Are we celebrating something, Hal?
I'm celebrating my rebirth as a new man, a good man, a man of peace, and a man of love, which is why I'm showing my care for you with a zebra cake.
Okay, so this is where we're doing things this week. All right. And
I'm a new man. I have changed.
Hal, you were good the first. You just kind of had a blip. You really, you know what? I'm gonna eat here. Fine. And Delaney takes like one bite out of the zebra cake, and then like as soon as it looks like Hal has been appeased and has gone back to like the paperwork, just very surreptitiously puts it in the trash.
And he puts back on his headphones and is just like, I am worthy. I am enough. I am loved. And he's just repeating that quietly in the corner the whole time.
Oh, boy. Okay, yes, no, this is good. This is better. This is better than trying to eat a cultist. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, at least you fixed the smoke detector.
As you guys are kind of mumbling to yourself in this awkward kind of way, Rudy knocks on the door and says, "Hey, Ash, there's this
Oh, thank God, Rudy. I mean, how's it, Rudy? Rudy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a good day. My kid just turned 2.
Oh, congratulations!
I'm really. Yeah. You know, it's kind of I have to work on my child's birthday today, but that's, neither here nor there.
Let's see if we can talk about getting you off early. And here, I bet I've got the perfect gift around here somewhere. And they just start rummaging through all of the supernatural detritus that surrounds their desk. Okay, what about? Ooh. How about the skull? The skull. They shake it. It rattles. To toddlers, they love rattles. It's my goat man skull. but I can give it actual Richard Nixon can be a gift for your child. That's his name.
I thought you were about to reach into the garbage can and give Rudy the crumpled zebra cake.
Ash is
as a
not
gift.
you. Ash isn't you.
This is my first kid. Do kids like skulls? Is that like a? I don't know. I'm not sure.
What? Yeah. What? It rattles. Babies. Is a 2-year-old a baby? A 2-year-old's a baby, right?
He's pretty young, yeah.
Yeah, they love things that rattle, and it's got a face, which is important for development, I think. Look, do you want the skull or not?
Yeah, I'll give my child a miniature skull that rattles.
Yeah, there you go. That's for you, Rudy. And I'll talk remember and leave early today. If anybody gives you any guff about it, you say Agent Delaney gave you the okay.
You know that's not going to play over very well. Like, that's not how that works, but I appreciate it. As kind of a trade, this package came for you in the mail. It's a little hefty, and I just wanted to give this off to you, you know, because you don't like Jeff in the mailroom touching your mail. We know how that goes.
He likes to open things, Rudy. You know that. There was the incident with the taxidermied bat, and we don't want that again, do we?
No, it definitely got loose.
So,
Which is weird because it was taxidermy.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very
So,
weird.
I appreciate you going down there. Thank you.
Rudy kind of has this entire time has been talking to Ash because he knows that Hal is going to mess with him. He hasn't even given you like any kind of eye contact, like whatsoever, because he knows that you are going to fuck with him. He's like, all right, you two have a wonderful day. And he tries to.
Rudy, my dear boy.
Rudy, who is twice your age.
I stand from my desk and slowly approach Rudy. Rudy, I don't know if you know this, but I've recently changed. I've become a new man, as it were, Rudifer.
Rudy, go. Rudy, get out now.
Rudifer, I just wanted to let you know everything from the past that I've done to you to mess with your brain. I would like to apologize for it. As a new man, that's not the type of thing that I would like to do to you, to cause torment throughout your day.
Well, I do appreciate that.
Excellent. Well, you know what? And then I hold out my arms wide. Why don't you bring her in? Bring her in for a little bit of.
I'd
I
rather
embrace
not.
Rudy, despite everything.
How physical boundaries are an important part of being a good person.
Thank you for everything, before and in the future. And then I just walk away.
Rudy is still like in that same kind of pose after, like, while you were hugging him, just frozen, awkward, and like thinking about what you just said, and just like kind of realizing the horror of that situation. And then he just starts walking away in that same frozen pose down the hallway. You see him turn towards the elevator, and he kind of disappears down the hallway.
What did he mean by the future?
Good attempt, Hal. Good try.
I fixed things.
Hal, you hear your phone start ringing. What do you do?
I kind of look up hesitantly because I'm like, it could be Cooper, but also I don't know. So I kind of look up at Delaney because I don't know if I want everyone to know at this point that I'm talking to Coop.
Everyone is just me right now. We're the only ones in here.
Yeah. So I'm trying to keep like the me and Cooper thing secret, at least for right now, because I did see Carrie and Hill fall in my memory, in my mind palace. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I don't want to alarm anybody yet. So then I go outside and I pick up the phone and I go, yes, I've heard enough about my car's extended warranty. I've had enough.
And Ash is so busy futzing with like the fake Necronomicon that they're not even really paying attention.
Yeah.
Hal, is that you?
You called me.
But you're asking about an extended...
Why would it be shocking if it was someone...
I may have got the number wrong. I just, like, you talked about an extended warranty. I was expecting...
You didn't write my number down?
No, I did, but sometimes I'm on a rotary phone right now in some random person's house because I do not want to get caught right now. I'm so worried, Hal.
All right. So any news since last we spoke, or?
We can't talk about it on the phone.
Then why call me? Why do you keep fucking doing this?
Because we need to set a time and place to meet so we can talk in person. That's all I'm calling you about.
This is the last fucking phone call. I swear to God, Coop.
Okay.
Because if you keep calling me and saying, oh no, something spooky happened, but I can't tell you about it, I will block the numbers.
Okay, well... When are you free next? When can we talk?
We should be free tomorrow afternoon. Why don't you meet us?
Hal, I just want to say this real quick. Can it please just be you?
Can I bring a gun? Because that's real threatening to bring me there alone.
Yeah, whatever you need. And if you want to meet in a public place, I would prefer that too, like a place with a lot of people. That would be awesome. But like, I don't trust the government.
Oh, I mean, we don't either. I mean, that's kind of our whole deal. Okay, how about this?
Hal, you're not listening to me. I don't trust Ash.
Okay, I get it. They're a little fucking weirdo, but they're cool. But if it will alleviate your worries, have you ever had an Orange Julius?
No, what is an Orange Julius?
No way. Surely you know what it is. It's like a popular thing in the world right now.
Is Orange Julius a nighttime establishment?
I mean, it can be if you want it to be. Meet me at the Liberty Place Mall tomorrow afternoon, and we'll discuss this and get us some Juliuses. And hey, who knows, maybe I'll kick your ass at Mortal Kombat. It's gonna be a fun time.
Okay.
Bye.
He's already hung up.
I love you.
So you walk back into the office, and Ash is hanging out playing with the fake Necronomicon.
How's it going? Good episode of Goosebumps you got over there, or what?
I mean, I have to say, they did a fantastic job on this one. Like, it definitely feels like some kind of skin bound on the outside. You know, maybe like a cow or I don't know, a pig.
That's paper mache, and then Hal reaches out, touches it, and immediately recoils in horror.
Oh, come on, Hal. Hal, do you want to touch? You want to touch the book?
No,
you want to touch the flesh book?
Do not. That is a whole ass dude that got made into a book, and that is not what I'm about.
Wow, you switched your opinion pretty quickly there. It's probably like a pig or something. It's fine. These are all.
It's got a nose
fake.
on the front.
It's
what
actually it doesn't have a nose. You've seen Army of Darkness.
This one does actually have a nose.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's got like one single nose ring on it. No,
Clearly, whoever was made into this book was bitching in real life.
But this one, it's the Necronomicon, but it has a really nice nose. It's a cute nose.
I hate this.
It's smashed, I would assume, to kind of get
it's
on.
Bush. Like it's not a book with a fucking honker.
No, it is a book with a fucking
no,
honker.
Charles. We have to veto you in this case.
See, here's the thing. I'm thinking about the fan art here and the idea of this really spooky book with a really cute nose. The fans are gonna go crazy. They're gonna draw this book.
All right, we got it. We got to keep it moving.
Delaney begins picking the nose.
Oh my God. Did your call go okay out there? You sounded pretty agitated.
Yes. Good call.
Is this okay? Remember, we said that we were going to talk to each other.
Yes.
If somebody started having a panic or something, and you're making the howl noises.
Well, okay. All right, fine. I don't think there are people who want you to know what I'm about to tell you, and I need you to promise me to keep this quiet.
Oh, about your car's warranty?
I lied. It wasn't about my car's extended warranty.
Oh, okay.
But I just ordered a shit ton of zoo books over the phone, so we're gonna have to get rid of these Necronomicons to put them up. I didn't want you to know because I know you love your Necronomicons, but I gotta get my zoo books.
Okay, I mean, well, I guess that's a better outlet than going to the bar in the afternoon. We'll talk about this later. I need to just finish my cursory examination here so I can toss it in the pile with the rest of the Necronomicon.
Cursory? Cursory?
Ah.
Ah. Rudy from the other room also goes, ah.
Fascinating. They put a lot of work into even the pages, the scripting. It's honestly, it's kind of fascinating. It's one of the better fakes I've seen.
Hal begins sniffing if that wasn't picked up on the microphone.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
No. If there's one thing Hal Bishop can smell, it's fucking blood. Delaney, not for nothing, but you've received a lot of these Necronomicons, correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Most of them are, made by like teen girls with some paper mache, decoupage.
What is the biggest length someone has gone to recreate the Necronomicon?
I mean, I've seen people even use blood sometimes.
Okay, 'cause this thing is just chock-a-block full of blood and flesh, and I think we should probably put it away. I think the cursory glance may become a bit more of a curse and glance. It didn't work well the second time. I should have went back to the well. Basically, what I'm saying is we need to put the book away.
Hal, don't be such a This is an odd position for me. I feel like we're sort of reversed right now, where I have to tell you that this is nothing. I would be able to recognize a real the real Necronomicon. If I had a nickel for every fake Necronomicon someone has sent me, I would be able to finance like an actual team to hunt down the real one. I mean, clearly a lot of effort has gone into this, but even some of the inscriptions here feel a little lazy. Like this one that just says, Klaatu, Barata, that looks like necktie.
No, I don't think we need to read it.
Demonominous,
No, that's definitely not a word you need to read out loud. No.
Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet consecutor sedu eosma tempor incident.
As Ash is reading from this book, we cut to a graveyard right outside of DC. Dark clouds start pouring in above this graveyard, and a single lightning bolt cracks from the sky and hits a grave that says Sarah Waterson. After a few moments, the ground starts to tremble a little bit, and a single hand pops up out of the grave. Hello and welcome to the first middle bit of 2022. It's been a hot minute since I've had to record one of these, and being here feels like home. Kind of like a Folgers coffee commercial, except not like that really awkward one that released in 2009. You can Google that if you want, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho, if this is your first time checking out the show, hello, welcome. This show airs every other Tuesday night on Loudspeaker first and releases the next day on your podcast app of choice.
If you haven't done it yet, make sure to check out our Discord. We have a great and welcoming community online and would love for you to be a part of it. We also host listening parties for the beginning and end of each arc, and they are always a blast. Links for the Discord are in the show notes. Okay, a few thank yous are in order before we get back to it. Number one, thank you so much to Lee Shackelford for playing the narrator at the beginning of each arc. He took the script for this most recent one and ran with it, and we are completely amazed at how perfect everything he records for this show is. Thank you so much to Nancy Dreckman for playing Cheyenne Midday on our sister show, The Vibe. The Vibe is an in-universe radio show that airs opposite weeks on Loudspeaker, so make sure to check that out. Thank you to Shelby Taylor for bringing Sarah Waterson to life. If you haven't heard her music or are already not following her on TikTok, please do us a favor and check her out. Links to her social media accounts are in the show notes. And when you do check her out, just let her know in the comments that you heard of her on The Weird. Just let her know that you say hey, and she would really appreciate that. Thank you so much to Loudspeaker Studios, the network that helps make The Weird and The Vibe possible. There are some big announcements about Loudspeaker in the near future, so I'm going to kind of keep things short here. But in the meantime, make sure to check out loudspeaker.org, O-R-G, to see everything that they are doing. And then, thank you so much for all of our patrons for making this possible. If you have the financial means and feel like supporting our show, not only do you get the warm, fuzzy feeling of helping us pay for equipment to make our show even better, you get an ad-free experience of this show where we don't interrupt you in the middle here and you don't have any ads. You get episodes of the podcast that are completely new, completely fresh, including a full arc titled Corgis and Sasquatches, which is great. That actually was the first time that we heard of Gerard Butzler the Corgi. That's the first appearance of said Corgi. It is wonderful. Make sure to listen to it. You get early access to the game that we're making alongside of this. So, we're making the podcast, but we're also making the game. We've made some pretty significant updates to the game that haven't been featured yet in the show, but it's coming up here soon. And then you get behind-the-scenes content, including bloopers, that should never see the light of day, I think is the best way to put that. One simply titled Elmo's Cloaca. That's all that we need. That's all that needs to be said. And on top of that, patrons now get to listen to the episodes a full week in advance. So if you want to get ahead of the game, make sure to support us on Patreon. You know what? If you can't support us on Patreon, I completely understand that. But if you'd still like to support us in some way, the best way for a show like ours to grow is by word of mouth. So tell the people that you know who would be interested in a show like this about it. Send them an episode. And before we get back to the show, thank you again for being so patient the last few months. We really shouldn't see any interruptions in our release schedule until we finish the season, unless something crazy happens. And after the end of this episode, I think we're going to be about halfway through this, so that's kind of exciting. So, I think it's time to get back to it. Thanks again.
See, nothing bad happened. The
lightning bolt struck outside the window as soon as you got done reading.
Bishop, that's a little thing we like to call weather.
Very appropriately placed weather.
You're being ridiculous about this. Again, this is honestly, you're putting me into a position that I'm not used to as the skeptical one here. But if that's how we need to do it, then look, just reach out and touch it, and you'll see that it's not real. Come on,
no.
Come on, touch it.
No.
Touch the flesh book, and they're definitely pushing it towards you. They're just being a little pain in the ass today. Touch it. Come on.
Could you not? Nope. Stop. Which point Bishop actually does grab the book and huck it across the room.
All right. I'm sorry. This is maybe a little much. You're on edge.
Rudy nervously walks into the room and knocks on the door like 7 or 8 times. It's a lot. It's a lot of times. He's just very kind of freaked out at this point.
Open the door. Rudy, open the door, Rudy. It's okay, Rudy!
It's locked. Can you please let me in, right?
Fucking
please,
unlock
please.
the door. Christ in heaven. Then I get up and walk over to the door. And I get up and walk over to the door, and we start doing that thing where I unlock it at the exact same time Rudy's trying to open it. And we just get into a little.
Just let me in.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm unlocking it right now, Rudy. I'm trying. I really am, Rudy. I promise.
Rudy, let go of the handle.
Okay, fine.
And then I open the door to allow Rudy in.
Ash, there's someone here to see you.
Okay, send them in. Also, I thought I told you to go, take the rest of the day. Go to your son's birthday party.
I think I'm gonna need to do that after this. Ash, you remember your old partner Sarah Waterson, right?
Yes, it's kind of hard to forget when you watch someone's mind get shredded in front of you and then they, pass away. Why are you bringing this up?
And he runs out of the room and kind of like pulls Sarah into the room. I'm gonna go for the day. Sarah, it was real nice to see you. Ash, have a good day. I'm gonna go. And he walks off.
Ash tuned you out like the second you brought Sarah in because they're just staring. Sarah?
As Rudy leaves and the door kind of slowly shuts behind Rudy, I stare at Sarah Waterson, look back at Ash, down at the Necronomicon, out the window at the lightning bolt, and just say, "Is this how you feel all the time?" And then I just rush and point at the window before pointing at Sarah.
As Hal is freaking out, another lightning bolt hits kind of the same area.
Fucking Christ!
Ash is still not really reacting. Sarah?
Ash?
How?
Ash Delaney?
Yes.
I have no idea. I crawled out of the ground earlier. I would like to know why. Do you know why?
I know why. I feel like you two should have this conversation. And then Hal actually is looking out the window at the graveyard after that last lightning strike to try to see if someone else is rising.
This is okay. How did you said you crawled out of the ground?
I did. Just before I woke up, I saw static like you would see on TV on a porn channel that you haven't paid for quite yet. And I remember somebody staring at me. And then I crawled my way out of the ground. I remember you, and I remember working for the Department of the Weird in the Department of Transportation. And I figured that if anyone could help fill in the gaps, it would be you.
Okay, so you don't remember anything but the department and me?
Not yet, but it feels like my brain cells are literally busted apart cell by cell and fusing together.
Interesting. How do you feel right now?
Terrified, but like I need to work. It's very strange.
Well, you're fine. You're good here. There's no need to be. Ash is just circling around, like walking around you in a circle, which, to be fair, probably isn't helping. And they poke you in the arm. Do you feel that?
Just the pressure.
Absolutely outside the realm of my expertise, but that just means we get to discover something new. Hal, I think I might have a mastery over life and death.
Could you stop it? 'Cause, the lightning struck again, and you didn't read anything, but I'm not getting a good vibe off this thunderstorm.
What does he mean, didn't read anything?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Look, as far as we might know, how the thunderstorm might not have anything to do with anything. It could just be a coincidence. But I think my words did bring Sarah here. Okay, we've got to run some tests. How do you, should I roll for this?
Yeah, fuck yeah. This is a game. We're supposed to roll for things.
Should we play the game?
I'm actually going to do a shrewd. I'm going to roll for research because that will help me get a better roll because I've got my move, the weird. Your life experience gives you a +1 to any shrewd rolls against the weird. And I think my undead partner counts as weird.
Yes.
So
I'm going to buy you some fucking dice.
Never.
It's literally 2 dice. 2 of them. You can get that. If you buy Yahtzee, you get 5.
Well, I have an 8, and then I have a +1 modifier, which would make it a 9, and then I have my weird, which would make it a 10.
Yeah.
Nice. Full success. You get answers to 2 of the questions.
Okay. Is there something I missed? And who does this belong to?
Yeah.
What I mean by that. Oh, go
Are
ahead.
they under a mind control? Are they of sentient space?
Yeah, is she here under her own power, or is she being manipulated in some way?
Right. Good questions. So, is there something that you missed? I mean, you notice right off the bat that she seems to be telling the truth. What were you buried in, clothing wise?
Like my work outfit.
That would be
Just a
very
workout.
weird.
It's like
in my department. That's when I was ripped apart, right? So I'm in my bus driver uniform.
Yeah, but if there was a funeral, I think they would have.
I was in a nice little pantsuit. Hillary, I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids, and that's how I was buried.
This is the same exact suit and you were at her funeral.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last time that you saw her, was looking the exact same way, except just a little bit less dusty. You go through and there's a few things that you notice. You see like paper in her pockets. You find a really wilted dead flower. There's a couple bugs in there as well, but that's kind of what you notice on her person, seeming to suggest that this is possibly the same Sarah.
They take the trash that you had in your pockets and they just kind of dump it on the desk for now. So you don't remember anything. What else do you do? You remember anything else about your job here? The director? Any other coworkers? Rudy?
Wow. Rudy. I do remember Rudy. I dislike Rudy.
We cut to a memory that Sarah is remembering. That's a terrible way of putting that, but we cut to the memory, and it's Sarah's first day on the job, and Rudy is in the elevator with her, kind of just awkwardly standing there. Are you excited for your first day at work?
Yes, I am excited for my first day at work. I don't know what the Department of the Weird is, but I'm excited to find out.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you coming from?
Minnesota. Have you ever seen Seinfeld?
Yeah, I think I know where this is going.
Has anyone ever told you that you look exactly like George Costanza?
Yeah.
Were you the Duck Man?
Yeah.
You look like you voiced the Duck Man.
So good.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you, Rudy. Let's talk as little as possible for the rest of the time I'm employed here.
Okay.
Okay.
And we cut back to the scene. And
I love her. Can we keep her forever?
I mean, we're going to have to because we've got a lot of tests to run, and also, well, anyone who recognizes her is going to have questions.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but do you have family in the area, or? I guess that's a question for Ash, really, but will there be people recognizing her?
I mean, there were people that we worked with. I don't know if she has family around. Why would I That's not a thing that coworkers Gosh, she was my partner for 2 years, and I don't know the answer to that question. Hal, we've got bigger fish to fry right now, Hal. Do you feel, are you tired? Do you feel hungry?
I could try to eat. I mean, it seems alarming that I haven't in 2 years.
Okay, and they fish the zebra cake that they took like a bite of out of the trash. Here, try.
Oh, gross.
Try. Well, don't just try this.
It tastes like sand.
That's probably the cigarette ash around the outside of it. I really would have dusted that thing off more before eating it, but...
I spit it out.
Can you taste anything?
Nope, but I can feel that texture. That is disgusting. I've never eaten a cigarette, and now I have. So there's that. Thank you.
You remembered you've never eaten a cigarette.
That's a good point. It was a very unfamiliar texture.
One of the secret memories. You've never eaten a cigarette.
Bonus memory unlocked.
We cut to a scene of her entire life. No, we cut to a scene where Sarah is just looking at a cigarette.
Being like, I don't want to put that in my mouth.
Once.
I wonder how that would taste. I don't want to find out.
But like, what if though?
What if I ate that? Wouldn't that be silly?
Okay, how about a reflex test? Because there doesn't seem to be any atrophy. Like, you've been lying on the ground for like a year and a half, but there seems to be no muscle atrophy. How do you feel? Here, I'm just gonna. And they just start
Throw something
grabbing
at
your
me.
arms and just being really like lack of boundaries.
Oh man. Okay. You are certainly touching my arm.
How do you feel? Like, do you feel weak, or how much? Do you feel kind of like limp?
A little. I don't know. So Hal, throw something at me.
Hal, throw something at her.
I pick up Greenie and I yeet Greenie at her.
Okay, I dodge it with expert precision. My reflexes are great.
Okay,
Oh, no, you have to roll for that.
We gotta roll to find out. Okay.
So this
We're
is
learning.
your first time rolling.
This is.
Welcome to the weird.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You're gonna be rolling for quick, which is evade.
Great. I've rolled an 8.
So you have an 8. So that's a mixed success.
Okay, so I dodge it with regular precision.
So you dodge it just. So in the game book, you dodge it just too late, causing whatever is coming at you to hit you, just not with full force.
Ow.
So I get to choose one. You take harm, you drop an important item, and your vision is blurred for a period of time.
I don't think she would take harm from being hit with a stuffed toy.
So here's what happens. It hits you, and it hits you with a little bit more force than what you were prepared to do, and it knocks you off balance. And at this point, when it knocks you off balance, you trip over and fall and hit your head on the desk that's nearby. But you take 0 harm.
Yeah.
You take 0 harm here,
Yeah.
and you don't feel it at all. Like, you get knocked off balance, you get hit in the head, you don't feel it.
Hal, you gotta be careful with her. We don't know how fragile she is.
Well, she just $1 million babied herself and is getting back up, so I think she's pretty resilient.
$1 Million baby has
movie
not
doesn't
come out yet.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I felt the pressure of that hit, but no pain. So I guess that checks out from all the poking.
Huh. Okay, reflexes are perhaps slightly rusty, which would make sense. But you still you're able to just get up from that. Should have cracked your head open like a soft melon. I don't even know if that makes sense. There's a lot to think about and consider here.
I think there's a lot that doesn't make sense right now.
Hal walks over and pokes them in the head at the point of impact.
Ooh.
Is it still
Yep.
solid skull, or is it...
Yeah.
Did it break, and she's just still going because of some sort of spectral mean? I guess I should roll for this.
You should roll for this.
Good. Yeah, this
I
is
think
good.
that's
We're
funnier.
remembering that we play a game.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do assess. Oh, fuck, that's an 11 before I added shit on. So 10, I get to ask 3 questions. How are they vulnerable to me? Which would be the first question, which is essentially, are they vulnerable to an impact like that? What do I notice despite an effort to conceal it? And what potential complications do I need to be wary of? So I'm just poking her in the head to see if it's broken, but then also trying to see if some shit's going down.
Yeah, so 100% it is busted. Like, you can feel like the bone is just like has kind of broken there, and it's like you know how you feel when you like touch a Stretch Armstrong's arm, just like that kind of like puttyish kind of feel. It is like the bone has kind of, I wouldn't say like dissolved, but it was very easily broken there. So
it's like touching a newborn baby's head.
It makes a squishy noise.
Right. So I would say like zombie movies exist, right? So zombie movies exist. You understand how zombies are destroyed.
How zombie is formed.
Yep, how zombies are made. And then what potential complications do I need to be wary of? You are very wary of the fact that she felt nothing.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of pressure. It did not faze her whatsoever. So, but her head is like broken. And then what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it? You can see, like, now that you are getting a little bit closer to her, you can see that her body seems to be kind of like, with this damage, that it does seem to kind of, I wouldn't say like reform, but it is just like, it is solidifying just a little bit. Just enough.
Oh, so like the bones are somewhat coming back together in the skull?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Just underneath your hand, you feel a little bit of like it healing underneath your finger.
That's a cool power. Okay.
Welcome to the weird. Our zombies are built different.
That's very cool. I'm so glad. I'm like Wolverine. That's awesome.
Delaney, slight issue.
Yes?
They have the healing factor. That's all I'll say here. So this is not traditional zombie where their body slowly deteriorates over time. It seems to be the opposite, and it's strengthening itself. I'm sorry, you are a whole person, and we're just talking about this. Are you cool with this? Us just kind of experimenting on you?
I think I have to be cool with it. I just crawled myself out of the ground.
All right, fair point.
She has a point. Gosh, we've got a lot of things to try out. We're going to be here a while.
It has been a long day. If I could pitch an experiment, I would love to see how alcohol affects me. I need a fucking shot of something. Who has one?
I mean, sure, we could see if you can get intoxicated. I mean, do you have blood?
That, I don't know. You just saw my busted open head. How do I have blood?
I mean, I would have vomited immediately if I'd seen blood, so I don't know if it's hiding elsewhere or what, but I'm down with it.
Yeah, I suppose. And actually it's Ash who pulls like a bottle of bourbon out of their desk.
Oh, my favorite. You remembered. I remember. How do I remember that?
And we cut to Delaney and Waterson getting fucking hammered. Well, that's a bit of a development, as I see Delaney pull out some bourbon. However, if you really want to try to get someone fucked up, Delaney, you know what we have to do.
Whisker.
Whisker?
Carrion Hill's finest. And then I pull out some whisker, and then I pour some shots.
For anybody tuning in who hasn't experienced the whisker, it is a whiskey vodka is the drink.
So bad.
I have
Sounds like
had
poison.
this. I have actually consumed this into my body. It wasn't the worst alcohol that I've ever had, but it was close to it.
You did choose that of your own volition.
Yeah, it's bad. It's rough.
It's perfect for somebody with no taste buds, is all I'm hearing.
Yes.
So I would
Great.
imagine we cut to real late at night. Bishop, how you doing?
I'm asleep on Rudy's couch in his office. Actually, no, not asleep. Just every few minutes from Rudy's office, you just hear like, "Sweet Caroline, Bum, bum, bum. Your time's never. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's coming out of Rudy's office.
Delaney is still awake. I guess they probably haven't been drinking as much. They don't go as hard as Hal, but they're definitely drunk. How does Sarah feel?
Ask them in character.
Hey, so how you feeling? We had a lot of whisker.
Feeling good. I haven't been this drunk since like Louisiana. In Louisiana, you don't remember when I died?
No. I remember. That's gotta be a bit traumatic for you.
It's weird that it came when I was drunk, but good that it came.
It's I'm good. I wanted to say, obviously I never got the opportunity, but now that it's here, presented in front of you, in front of me,
Right here in front of us.
I mean, it's good to see you. That's not what I wanted to say, but it is good to see you.
Oh, it is what you meant to say. It's good to see you too.
No,
been a long time.
Is it good to see me?
I think it's good to see anybody at this point. I was just in the dirt for like over a year.
Sarah, I'm sorry for how that must have been a horrible way to die.
Look, Ash, it was a horrible way to die, but I'm not mad at you about it. I took the risk taking this job just like you took the risk taking this job. If the roles were reversed, I wouldn't be mad at we shouldn't be mad.
Okay, yeah, let's not be mad.
No one should be mad.
This is good. You're back and everything's good. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Alcohol doesn't hit me as hard as it used to because if I was still alive, I'd be dead from the amount that I did just now. It's like 13 shots. Should I take 14 to make it lucky?
I'm gonna put my head down for a moment and I will get back to you on that.
That's fine. You take a nap. I'll like watch some TV or some Power Rangers or something.
No, I'm just putting my head down for one second. Clunk.
As Ash clonks their head down, we do like a jump cut to literally the next morning, and you hear another knock on the door.
Ash bolts their head up. They've got like a piece of paper stuck to the side of their face. Yep. What? Oh no. Who's knocking on the side of my brain?
It's Rudy.
Rudy, good morning. How you doing?
Good. I'm good. I saw that Hal is asleep on my couch again.
He loves. You might, he loves it.
It is a good couch.
What's up?
Well, two things. One, Sarah, I would like to say it is nice to see you.
You're doing fantastic, Rudy. You're doing a great job.
Okay, Rudy. I feel boldly indifferent towards you as well, yes.
Cool. I just after my kid's birthday party, I called my therapist and they said that I should just acknowledge the situation, take a deep breath, and then walk away.
That sounds like a great idea, Rudy. Please walk away from us.
You could go to therapy all you want. Doesn't change the fact that she has your scent now, Rudy. Hal remarks as he enters the room.
Hal, unhelpful. I thought we're being good person Hal now, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I totally spaced on that. I'm very fucking hungover.
The other thing, Ash, there is an Agent Winters down in the lobby, and they are asking to speak with you.
I'll go down to meet her. She doesn't need to see all of this. I wonder what she's doing here. It's peculiar. Maybe she wants another karaoke night. I'll go down and talk to her. Don't worry, I'm gonna be right there. I just need like 5 minutes, and Ash swings by the break room and takes one of the pots of coffee.
Ash, before you go down there, remind them FBI stands for fucking big idiot. I came up with that one this morning. Just let them know.
We'll no, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen. I'll be right back. And they walk down, and by the time they get she's, I guess, down. Yeah, they take the elevator down.
Down in the lobby.
Like half of the pot of coffee is gone. They were just drinking it direct.
Just checking.
Oh, hello, Agent Winters. How are you doing? It's been a minute. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great. I'm sorry that we weren't able to put more of a button on the case that we worked together. I was right in my initial suspicions that Joseph Reed was in fact trying to get in touch with some kind of spirit entity for financial gain. We did make contact with the entity, but it was less than amenable to cooperating with us, so that was a bummer.
Did you ever hear from the brother, Tyler Reed?
Nope, never found him. Should I roll for that?
Yes, please.
Okay. That is a 9 plus my +2 to fast talk. That is an 11. You question nothing.
Agent Delaney, I'm not going to mince words here. I'm not here to talk to you about that previous case.
Do you want to do another karaoke night?
No.
Oh.
Last night at around midnight, the DCPD was called out to 2 separate cases, both involving people being eaten alive.
Oh. Do you think that might have been... I don't quite see how that relates to our department. Might have been... you would not believe the size of the coyote population in the D.C. metro area. It's honestly very surprising.
We know that it most likely was not coyotes, and that's why I'm cluing you in on this. Multiple eyewitnesses seem to have spotted what they are calling stumbling corpses around downtown.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that does put it under our purview.
Yes, in fact it does.
How many of them do you think?
There are 4 separate witnesses, but we aren't sure if there are multiple or if it was the same corpse.
Oh boy. Okay, so we don't know the exact number of... You know what, I'm just gonna come out and say it's zombies that we may be dealing with. It's not a great start, but yeah, no, we can handle this. We can take care of this. You've come to the right place, Agent Winters. Do I still have to call you Agent Winters? This is our second case together. You can call me Ash. I can call you...
Agent Winters.
Got it.
Another part of this case, and I think that you might find this interesting, while going through some security cam footage to try to track down these, I'm going to call them corpses, I'm not going to use the Z word, one of my colleagues found something that I feel pertains to you specifically.
More so than the corpses, zombies.
Yes. Your deceased partner, a Sarah Waterson, was spotted near a sausage cart a few blocks away from here. Have you heard from a Miss Waterson by any chance?
No, as you've stated, she, Agent Waterson died, gosh, like, what, 2 years ago now, I think? So, that's news to me, but I guess it's just going to be another thing we're going to have to deal with. I'm gonna have to roll for this too, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 10 before I even add anything to it, baby. The lies just keep on coming.
All right, well, one last thing, just for some record-keeping purposes. How do you spell Ash Delaney?
Pretty much how you would expect to. ASHDELANEY, as in, why do you need this?
And how do you spell Hal Bishop?
Okay, just going along then. Again, as you would expect to, HAL and then BISHOP. I mean, I know Hal is short for something. Halbert, Hallen, Halfred. You know what? I'll get back to you on that. So, Agent Winters, is this just asking about Hal, and then how to maybe find his name so you can look him up? Is this, you trying to like make something happen here? Because I know he's a little young for you, but he's a good-looking, tall guy, and he recently just came back on the market again, so, you don't need to be coy. Like, I can make something happen here.
Are you insinuating that I am just interested in somebody who's tall?
Well, you're also, sort of tall. Like, it makes sense. I don't know. But then again, most people are tall to me. I feel like I lost track of where I was going with this. Do you want to be set up with Hal? Because I can make that happen.
No. And she walks away.
The Weird is created, produced, and written by Charles Joseph Kelly. This chapter's introduction was written by Megan Danger. Ash Delaney is played by Megan Danger. Hal Bishop is played by Scotty Moore. Cheyenne Madej is played by Nancy Dreckman. The narrator is played by Lee Shackelford. Guest starring Shelby Taylor as Sarah Waterson. Everyone else is played by Charles Kelly. Thanks for joining The Weird, y'all.
This has been a production of Loudspeaker Networks. For more on this and other programs, visit loudspeaker.fm.